Hi everybody, this is me, Liz, with 143 Handmade, and my hands are a little painty. I was just doing another mass make, and, well, cleaned up, but, you know, paint doesn't always come off real good with the first wash. So, what we are going to be making today is page tabs. And there are a million different ways to go about this, you know, and there's a ton of different shapes and sizes, and so there really are no rules. It really is one of those things that you can do however you want to do. And I am not seeing... Okay, here's a pair of scissors. This will work. So, on this page, I'm going to go ahead and just go roughly in half. It's a little bit slanty. If you're worried about that, you can come back in and trim it. You can use page trimmers if you want to make sure that that's perfectly straight. You can just use them like this, you know, just a folded over piece, glue it together, you got your page tab. I like to come in here with my corner rounder, or not my corner rounder, but my hole punch, and just do that, and that gives you more of that, you know, page tabby look, if you will. And if you don't like how long that is, you know, you can always trim that shorter, however you want to do that. So that's how I'm going to do these two. You know, and you can be as particular about this corner cut as you want. So, or, you know, as fussy with it or as free with it as your heart desires. So, now I do tend to work with fairly thick paper, so I'm going to go ahead and leave mine, you know, that long, but, you know, feel free to adjust these as you see fit. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know we all have a million choices, and so it means the world to me that you choose to spend your time with me. You know, when there's you have so many options out there. Let's see, can I do two at once? I'm gonna be brave. Do two at once. Yay, I did it. I'm gonna scooch it down because it's not quite as wide. So, you know, that's the super simple basic method, and that's all I'm gonna do. And then let's see, I think these are a little on the thick side. I think I want to use my trimmer on those, so hang on, I will be right back. Okay, so what I did is I cut an 1.5 inch long strip off, or wide strip off, and then what I'm going to do, and see, my trimmer and I are not getting along great today, so I didn't go ahead and just use that, but I am going to use this 1.5 inch strip as a guide here, just so I can see what that looks like, you know. That's 3 inches by 1.5 inches is what this little piece looks like. And then take our little corner off. Sides. So that's cute. I mean, that's a little bit on the deep side. You know, still might want to go ahead and trim that off. So yeah, just, you know, continue to play with your sizes, you know, until you find something, find a size that works for you, that on the size journals that you are working on, you know. Let's see, this cardstock group really doesn't want to bend all that well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this little ruler right here, and now I don't have, let's see, I don't have a scoreboard, but of course, now that I actually want it, I'm not being able to see my stylus, my pointy stylus. But I do happen to have a crafting fork. It is so important to separate your crafty forks from your kitchen forks. But you just take the edge of that, the back edge of that fork. No score mat, just on my desk. But see, now I have a score line there, and no, it's not exactly centered, but you know, that card will fold a lot nicer in that spot. Now with that, and you could go back and trim that, or you could I'm gonna leave it uneven because I don't think that really matters when you're putting page tabs on all that much, you know. I don't think it really matters if the two sides are exactly even. And I'm just cutting mine random widths. You know, do what you want here. Have fun with it. Explore. You know, but page tabs are super simple. And like I said, this is just the super simple, you know, bases that I'm making here. So let's go ahead and set those aside. And here we'll take a green one and a red one. Let's get my fork out of the way so I don't keep clanging it. And let's see, on this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try this as my edge. This little, these are pinking shears. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do right along the bottom too. Both sides, why not? There we go. And, you know, just to give a different look, you know, and for that matter, I think this one is a little bit deep, so I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm going to use the regular scissors. I'm going to cut that down a bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then one of my bigger ones that doesn't, yeah, see that one's got a really, you know, pretty poinsettia all framed up on it, so I don't want to do anything on that side. But that one too, but let's see. Yeah. There we go. And then see, this paper is super, super brittle, you know, and not really, you know, it can't really stand on its own anymore. And so what I've been doing is just, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're doing anything Christmas, it needs to have music paper on it, right? It needs to have some sort of nod to all the musicals and the just the music of the season. And so this is a great little way to just add that, like so. And you can totally use a glue stick, I think, to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fabrifix because my glue stick is in my room, not out here on my desk where it belongs. But I haven't been feeling good, and so I've took some craft stuff to my room to make me feel a little better, you know. And then you could totally add another, like, yeah, we'll go ahead and add this little red piece of cardstock. So that way you can, well, let's see. Yeah, I don't have any, I was going to say, do I have a little piece, a little bit of lace right here? Yes, I do. You can't really see it, but I'm going to grab a bit of lace right here from my drawer to add just in a little bit more texture. Because why not? Yeah. And yeah, I didn't think that was going to be quite enough glue. But I am just going to go ahead and put the glue right on the lace, only underneath the red. That way it does not, you know, you'll see it, or you won't see the glue, I mean. It will glue all of those layers together nicely. And so there we go. That's a great way to, you know, add this. And you can just add this on the back like you could before you completely make your shape. See, like on one of these strips. Like, I know I'm gonna fold it lengthwise, right? And so what I could do is just take this piece and glue it on like so. I'm even gonna hang off that bottom edge just a bit. So there we go, and then, okay, that's really, really wet, so it's not wanting to let me manipulate that paper. So I'm gonna let that paper dry for a second while I work on these guys. And see, I have this piece here that has nothing on it, but it still has that beautiful foxing on it, as we learned that it's called. It's just the yellowing of the paper as it ages. And so here we go. Got ourselves a bunch of page tabs. I'll be right back. Okay, now that that's had a bit to dry, now go ahead and fold that. Now that the paper's not running all over the place. And see, by having the music paper already on it, now I can just treat it like a masterboard essentially. And snip it there. And snip my little corners. You know, and that's all totally optional. You know, you can do these however you want to. And that leaves this side free for writing on, if you want, you know, or you can take another blank piece and put it on there, or, you know, like there's just so many different things you can do with this basic concept. So thank you so much for joining me. I can't tell y'all how much I appreciate every single minute. And let's see. There, I have had some inquiries. I will be releasing a video explaining what's going on with my sad news with my cat, but I need to be in the right headspace to do that, and it's hard. So I will fill you all in when I can. There we go. And I will see you guys again soon. I hope you guys, let's count how many of those we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You know, so, and I mean, that was a little more than 10 minutes. So thank you so much for joining me. Have fun, and I will see you again soon.